Good morning, InteleTravel advisors, and happy birthday to Michael Lalonde. Hope I pronounced your last name correctly. Happy birthday, Michael. Hello, Joyce. Hello, Brenda. Hey, Siobhan, I'm in Vegas too. And I went out this morning to walk my dog and it felt nice and cool. And I figured it must be like low 80s. And I asked Alexa, can't say, oh, she already heard me. Too late. I asked her what the temperature was.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, see, I asked her what the temperature was, and she said it was 96 degrees. I'm like, oh my gosh, when 96 starts feeling cool, you know you live in a hot state. All right, well, we are going to get started. It is top of the hour, so hello to all of you agents and advisors. I get used to saying advisors. Advisors. I know, right? Exactly, Siobhan. Okay, so I thought I would bring back something that I did, I think it was in 2018. And I thought it would get it back and bring it back because we've got a lot of new advisors. And we have a lot of advisors who have been coming on here for a long time and have a lot of tools in their head, but don't necessarily remember all of the ones that they have or how to organize them. So we're going to get into how to work a 10, 20, or 40-hour week. So if you are really just kind of working this as a side hobby, and you just love travel, you love to, book it for your friends and family, but you're really not looking to make a major income, like you're happy to get, a couple hundred in commissions here and there, that's fine. Then, you work your business the way that you want to work it. You can look at the tools and you can decide how and when you're going to use them. But if you are someone who works full time and only has 10 hours to devote to your travel business and you want to make it big, or if you're somebody who works full time but you want to make it big and you are willing to sacrifice some time, some major time from your life so that you can, build this strong platform now so that you get it moving and growing so that it's kind of on automatic, and then you're able to just book travel, then that's a 20-hour week. If you're someone who does not have a full-time job and you are working travel as a full-time job, then that would be working a 40-hour week. So I'm going to show you how to use InteleTravel tools and to do this. And then I'm also going to point out what are the income producing activities and what are not, because a lot of people get confused about that. They think, like right now you're watching this training. This is not an income producing activity. This training is not technically leading to a sale because I'm not going to be buying travel from you. Sorry, InteleTravel pays for my travel. So therefore, even though it's important and it's necessary to learn and grow your business, I want to make sure that you are aware of what are income producing activities and what are not, so that you can really make sure that you're doing those income producing activities first, and then you're filling in with other activities. So let's get started. Let's look at what we have to offer as far as tools. And then, by the way, for those of you who this is your first Q&A, I just start off with this training. Now, normally this training is long. It's like an hour or 2 hours, but because this is recorded, I'm just going to quickly review these things. And then if you have some questions, we can go into the Q&A section and I can answer questions about anything I've talked about here, as well as answering your questions that you have from, something that has nothing to do with this. So this is just how we open it. So there are marketing tools. Now, when you are using marketing tools like your post office, okay, so the post office is Ensemble. They're sending out tools for you. So technically, This is not an income producing activity. This is marketing. This is people sending things out. Now, the getting people to register for your website, that can be considered an income producing activity because you're getting them into your funnel. So getting them into the post office is sending out a newsletter. Again, it is creating relationships with your clients. It's not actually having a conversation with somebody or sending out a quote or something like that, but it is important to create those relationships. So getting people into your post office and sending out a newsletter is creating relationship. I would say that is not the most direct income producing activity, but it is going to help you to it is in between. It's somewhere in between there, okay? E-postcards, not as much. Sending these out, not as much. It's not an income producing activity. It is a reminder. Okay, so if you don't know what e-postcards are, if you don't know what the newsletter is, if you don't know what the post office is, those are questions that you can ask. I feel badly for the person that's saying there is no volume, because there is volume, and so I just tried to show you on the screen that there is volume. All right, supplier flyer, sending out, like putting together a supplier flyer. That is an income producing activity because you're actually sharing something that maybe you're building a group for right now, something that they can book right now. So you go in and you modify a hot deal that a supplier has going on, and you're sharing it directly to people. Maybe you're private messaging them and telling them why you specifically thought they would be great. This would be a great trip for them. Okay. Posting on your page, social media, right? Posting on your page is not an income producing activity. Private messaging is an income producing activity. So when you private message people, that is an income producing activity. So if you do an hour of reach outs, as we call them, or socializing or creating relationships, whatever you want to call it, an hour of private messaging a day, that is an income producing activity. Putting 20 comments on people's messages, on people's posts, that is creating relationship. That is also going to help them see your posts, but it is not income producing, right? It's not going to lead to a sale. A Facebook Live event. So let's say you're doing a Facebook Live where you talk about travel. It's an event. There's something that you can talk about selling at the end. So that is an income producing activity. All right, personal growth, going to networking events. That might create some growth for you. That is an income producing activity because you are meeting people and you are talking about your business and their business and how you can help each other and how you can book their travel. So that is an income producing activity. InteleEducation, like what you're doing right now, is important, but it's not income producing. Giving out 10 business cards a week. Okay, so if you're giving out 10 business cards a week, as long as you're not just handing out things with no willy-nilly, like, oh, hi, here, take my card, as long as you're building a little bit of relationship with them and you're getting their information so you can follow up, that is an income producing activity. A travel party is an income producing activity. If you do not know what a travel party is, you can go to our InteleTutorial library and we have an hour-long video on that. And you can watch it, which is not an income producing activity, but then you can do it, which is. All right, incentives. So you have incentives in your back office that you can purchase, a 3-day, 2-night getaway, a $25 rebate card, spa and golf, or you can just use your own, something like a $5 Starbucks card or a $5 Amazon card. People just, love to get stuff. All right, so you can ask for referrals. This is an income producing activity. Yes, getting referrals is an income producing activity. Client travel desires. So this would be something like putting a post on Facebook and saying, Spain is on my bucket list. What's on yours? Put it in the comments below to be put into a drawing for a 3-day, 2-night getaway. You are finding out where they want to go. That is not income producing. However, it helps you to do these private messages and reach out to them with these supplier flyers when you have hot deals for them for the places they want to go. A booking reward. You can use an incentive as a booking reward. Well, obviously, if you are booking, that is income producing. Print shop gifts. So you can get some gifts from the print shop to help other people market you or for you to market yourself. It's not income producing, but it is a tool that you have to use. So this is advanced. Blogging. So again, blogging is establishing you as an expert. It is not an income producing activity, but it does hopefully at some point lead to booking. PR, again, if you get a spot on a local news show or a local radio show or a local podcast or an international podcast, whatever it is, if you get PR where you can say, hey, everybody, watch me on the morning show or listen to me on this podcast, that is advertising, which is great, but it's not an income producing activity, but it's great if you can get it. Trade show. This is income producing activity. You are going to a trade show, you are showing up, you are collecting people's information because you're offering a giveaway at your table. You are talking to people. They know you're a travel advisor and they're talking to you about travel. So that is an income producing activity. A Pied Piper meeting. This is an income producing activity. You know, I think next time I do this, I'm going to make them different colors. So the ones that are income producing, I'll make a different color. But you could just rewatch this. It is recorded, so you can watch it and over, and then you'll just remember which ones are income producing. So a Pied Piper is somebody who is basically a group leader, somebody who can put together a group for you because they have a bunch of people that love to do stuff with them. So if you go for coffee with a yoga teacher and say, let's talk about how we can get you a free trip to Machu Picchu because you are going to take a group of people there and do yoga at the top of Machu Picchu. Okay, that is a Pied Piper meeting, and they'll be excited about that because when you book a group, if the group is big enough, you can offer a free trip for that Pied Piper. All right, so you've got to look at what your day looks like, and I usually put mine in 2-hour increments. If you are insanely busy, you can put them into hour, into 30 minutes. I just try and keep this a little less overwhelming for people. So I put them into 2-hour increments from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. All right, at some point you got to sleep, guys. At some point you got to get your 8 hours, okay? Even if you think you're a genius and you only need sleep 4 hours, science proves that, if you have 8 hours, you live longer and you do better. All right, so you get it into 2-hour increments, and then here are the 1-hour tasks. These are things you can do in 1 hour from what we talked about. All right, we've got phone calls and Facebook calls. You can call people from Facebook. This is income producing activity. You can email people. This is income producing activity. Facebook private messages and reach outs. Those are income producing activity. Travel party invites. That is income producing activity because you want people to come to your travel party. And sending out e-postcards. So if you're sending them out with purpose, like to wish them a happy birthday or to wish them a get well, it is not an income producing activity. It is a relationship builder, and it is a reminder that you are a travel agent. Writing, so an hour, something that might take an hour, is a newsletter. It takes about an hour to write a newsletter. Could take less, could take 2 minutes, depending on what kind of newsletter you put together. Customizing a supplier flyer. I mean, sometimes it takes like 5 minutes to do that, but sending it out or whatever you want to do with it, you could take up to an hour to do that. 3 pitches for PR, writing a blog, scheduling your social media for the week. So if this is something like, if social media is something you have to do, but you just don't have a ton of time, you can find a social media app that for free will schedule your posts and take an hour to schedule those out. All right, we have InteleTravel education. None of this is income producing activity. So we have InteleTutorials or InteleTravel webinars. We have supplier trainings that you can watch. You could do your back office tour where you kind of click on everything and just remind yourself everything that's in there. Booking travel, well, that is an income producing activity for sure. So if you spend an hour a day actually booking travel, then by all means, you know that that is income producing. Researching quotes for clients, that is income producing activity because you are about to present them with a quote. And so, you know, these two at the bottom are income producing activities. List building. This is, and when I say a list, that means building people into your funnel, like getting people into your, you know, just getting people on to register for your website, getting people to register to, you know, ask for your newsletter, which is registering on your website. So to build those relationships, you've got to be active on travel blogs and forums, Facebook, LinkedIn groups, getting in there, meeting people, adding value to their lives, and that will be helpful to them. Commenting on 20 Facebook pages, then post. So in other words, and then post a business post on yours. So this is what we call greasing the pump. I don't know. I'm so bad with my analysis with my, but you're priming the pump, okay? So like, you know, when you first get one of those squirt bottles and like you gotta like press the lever on it a few times until like the actual water or disinfectant or whatever it is gets into that little skinny line in between. So what you want to do is you want to prime that pump. So you are going to comment on 20 people's Facebook pages who you want to see your business post. Maybe it's a customized flyer. So you're going to comment on there so they will see you. Okay. Now, if you take screenshots or if you take pictures with your phones, I just want you to have them ready because in a few slides, you're going to want to take some screenshots. All right, adding 25 friends, like on Facebook or on LinkedIn or on Instagram, whatever you use. This is not an income producing activity, it's a list building. A Facebook Live event. So again, it's not, if you're not selling anything, if you're just, you know, getting on there and doing something live and you know, teaching people about something as far as why you love Carnival cruises and you're telling them 5 things to love about Carnival cruises, that's not income producing. But if you then ask them to go to your website and register, then you're building your list. Speaking at an event and collecting information with an incentive. Again, it's building that list. Like you're not directly getting income out of that, but you could be. So this is if anything is an income producing activity, I would say that this is the biggest one. All right, socializing, lunch with a Pied Piper. It takes an hour lunch. Happy hour with a referral. Yes, dinner with friends, a networking event, brunch with a co-marketer. All of this socializing, all of them are income producing activities. So you can see where you want to spend the most of your time in your power hours and your socializing. And then everything in between leads to that. So here are some 5-minute to 30-minute tasks that you can do if you work a full-time job. So an InteleUniversity video, you can watch that in 5 minutes. Calling someone back, that might take up to 30 minutes. Leaving 3 messages or checking on clients, that can take between 5 and 30 minutes. Researching trade shows, that's easy to do. Posting a Facebook contest for an incentive drawing, 5 minutes. When you're on a line, like you are at you're at Trader Joe's or something, read a training manual, talk to a stranger, talk to the person who's helping you, pick out which shoes you're gonna wear, looking through a travel brochure. And when I say reading your training manual or looking through a travel brochure, this is so you can catch somebody's eye and say, oh, I'm a travel advisor, you know, I'm helping a client with something. And they're like, oh, wait, what is a travel advisor? Oh, I help book dream destinations for people. I help people travel. And they're like, oh, kind of like a travel agent. Yes, with even more. I'm like a travel concierge. Oh, okay, that sounds fancy. But my services don't cost anything. What? Okay, and now you've got a conversation going, right? Say yes, I get paid by the suppliers, and and I can work with anybody, anybody. I don't have any preferred person that I'm only selling, because like they might think about like their certain like people in the money industry only work with certain funds, but you could work with everybody. Okay, I digress. Okay, read an ensemble mailing. So something that you got from Ensemble, you could be reading that, same thing. Okay, in your car. Yeah, that's right. You can work from your car. You can do some callbacks. You can call a friend and ask for referrals. You can listen to a motivational TED Talk. Again, this is not an income producing activity, but you want to be feeling, you want your energy to be high, high vibration. So listen to good music, listen to personal development books, listen to an InteleTravel podcast. These are things that get you like psyched up so that you can then go and call people and reach out with that high vibration. In the shower, that's right. Don't tell me you don't have time to work your business. You take a shower. It might be a 5-minute shower, or like me, it might be a 30-minute shower. I like water. I'm a water sign. Practice your stories. Practice your stories, why you became a travel agent, a moment you saved the day, a moment of passion, which is like when you get that feedback from a client that they just had the most amazing time of their life. Create a story around that so that you can talk about it. Practice talking about supplier information. Say personal mantras or set daily intentions. Think of blog topics. I mean, maybe it's a different place for you, but because I'm a water sign, I believe, maybe it's not, but in the shower is when I get my best ideas. So practice your 15-minute travel party presentation. All right, off moments, whenever those might be. Reconnect with people. Post personal content on social media. Add 5 people on social media. Mail print shop gifts to someone. Contact a referral. Okay, so those are 5 to 30-minute tasks. So now you've got all these marketing tools and you can see where they fit into the hour or where they fit into the 5 to 30 minutes. Okay, so and then you can you're going to use this to now go in and create your slide. And remember, this is all recorded so you can go back and watch this again. But this is an example of a 10-hour week. So on a Sunday, you're going to spend 2 hours brunching with a Pied Piper. On Monday, you're going to have a 15-minute break at work. And on Wednesday, you're going to have a 15-minute break at work. On Tuesday, you're going to take your 15-minute break at work a little later. And on Thursday, you're going to do your 15-minute break a little later. And you're going to do some Facebook comments and posts. Then during your lunch hour, you're going to research and send a quote. You're going to write a newsletter. You're going to do a phone call, power hour. You're going to do an email, power hour. You're going to do Facebook reach out, power hour. All right. Then maybe one night you do an hour-long Facebook event live. And then one night you're going to listen and watch an ITA webinar. All right. Let's say you cannot work at all during the day because you work in a job where you are not allowed to be on your computer or anything. So Sundays are going to be your big days. All right. Sundays, you're going to do 2 hours of calling, 2 hours of emails, 2 hours of social media reach outs. And, I put this after church time. I was thoughtful, put it after church time. So you got your family time in the morning, and then you're going to let them know mommy or daddy's got to do some work. And maybe you all can come to the table and do some coloring so that we could all be together. Or if you've got teenagers, they really don't care, right? Let's be honest. They're happy that they can go do their thing. All right. Then between 6 and 8, depending on when your dinner is, or if you have time, you could do it even later, after the kids go to bed, Facebook comments and posting, that kind of stuff. And then on a Saturday, maybe you do a travel party. All right. So that's an example. This is an example of a 20-hour work week. Again, I don't need to go over each thing. You can take a picture of it, a screenshot. You can go back and rewatch it, and you can just see how these things fit in. And then finally, we have the 40-hour work week. and this is what it looks like. And actually, both this the 20-hour work week, this is for someone who has a full-time job and can't work from their office. 40-hour work week, you can actually work 40 hours, you know, if you have lunch times, like this is what you could be doing. So it is possible to work a 40-hour week and a 40-hour InteleTravel week. All right, now we are going to go into your questions and I will give you answers. So let me get my question box out here, see what y'all have been throwing down. All righty, so we got some good mornings. We're actually agents for your information. Yes, I mean, I know you're travel agents. I know that you are travel agents. I mean, technically you are travel agents, but the industry is moving toward, look, even our new website says travel advisors. We're working toward that word because travel agent, you know, we're always looking to market ourselves as the highest expertise. And travel agents back in the day were people who sat in an office, and because they sat in an office and worked full time, it was, you know, a well-respected job. Then the internet came and Expedia blew up, and then people were like, oh, there's no more travel agents. Travel agents don't exist anymore because you know, because people can book their own travel. But they don't know, they still don't know that there's so much that goes into travel that a regular consumer doesn't know. So basically, we have started calling ourselves travel advisors because we do so much more than just agent for them. Travel agent books travel. We advise them. We give, you know, I mean, look, it's just, you can say agent, you can say advisor, whatever you like. I'll tell you, if you say travel agent, people are most likely to say, oh, they still have those? And it can lead into a conversation. But if you say travel advisor, those are things that make them go, things that make them go, They're like, travel advisor, what's that? All right, and then you can go into how you're their personal travel concierge, and it doesn't even cost them anything to have a personal travel concierge. So it just makes it seem like something a little different and new that they haven't heard of. All right. Somebody is asking, let's see, I'm registered for the virtual Dream Maker tomorrow. Woohoo! Is it visual? Will I be able to see suppliers and my InteleTravel colleagues? You will, and they'll be singing and dancing and moving to the groove. And you're going to see me tomorrow. I'm going to be singing and dancing. You're going to see a lot of your BDMs do come on with their cameras. Some of them have some trouble with their cameras, but you will be able to see us and it's going to be awesome. I love the virtual Dream Makers. I also love our live Dream Makers, which we just have. I have a 20-hour full-time job. I would like to fill in the other 20 hours with InteleTravel. Well, great, Kelly. I just showed you how. All right. Yes, you can revisit this training. I will show you where right now, just so we don't have any confusion. I'm going to show you how to find this training. You're going to go into your back office. So here we go. You're going to go to your InteleTravel.com. You're going to log in with your PIN and password, and you are going to go to your dashboard where you will find education, InteleTutorial Library. You will click on that. You will see this is ALG. That was Tuesday night. The next thing up will be FairBuzz, which I did last night, and then they will be posting this. But here is where you find it. Browse by category, advisor support webinar. Okay, you're going to look there. So this is what I did on the 23rd. Time and money with your business. So we talked about how much time and how to make money and when you're going to make money. And then there were a whole bunch of other questions that were asked, like you are asking now. The week before that, we did get ahead of the curve with Instagram, and we talked about Instagram. So you can go back and look at some of the other topics. The first topic is always the one that I talked about like just now. Habits for a successful future. So if you need some good habits in your life to get some discipline. So that is where you find it. And remember I talked about travel parties? So here is the invitation, how to invite. So you want to host a travel party. So this could be a virtual travel party or it can be an in-person travel party. This is an hour long. You can watch it and learn how to do it. Right below it, InteleTravel social media webinar. So this is an hour-long webinar on the basics of social media. Okay? As you can see, I did this one a long time ago, but I'm bringing it back because when did I do this? Is there a date for it? So if you want to see this immediately, because this was 2018, yeah, so I haven't done this since 2018. But if you want to see it immediately after this, you guys have the secret that you could just go in and watch it here, and maybe I'll say something a little different that will also be like, oh, she missed that on this one, or she gave me something new on this one. All right, so that's where you find all this great content. All right. Are there examples we can view for newsletters? There are. So let's go into my agency, which is where you will find newsletters. And we are looking, what am I looking for? I am looking for marketing and sales tools. So here's where you find your InteleTravel print shop. This is where you get your business cards and your InteleTravel swag. Here are your logos that you are allowed to use. Here are your online marketing materials. So here's the InteleTravel post office. This is the ensemble that brings people, that sends out things for you. Here is your email marketing. Those are your e-postcards. Here's your travel incentive center where you find those travel incentives. And here are the client newsletters. So I have some examples of existing newsletters that I will bring up and keep them up there for a few seconds so that when you watch the replay, you can just put pause, all right? So let's view this newsletter. This is the one that I've done on, this is the one I did on Disney, and this was their health and safety. All right, so you can learn about what they're doing for health and safety, you can share it, and then of course I attached some hot deals. There was only one hot deal at the time for Disney, and then of course you've got travel insurance down there. All right, let's go back. How Stella got her groove back. So I love movies. All right, I'm a movie addict. I love movies. I have since I was a little girl, which is why I started my career in entertainment. So we talked, this has nothing to do with travel. All right, this is giving them a motivational push based on a movie. So like lessons that Stella learned, you got to learn. Now, of course, I talk about her being in Jamaica. So people are like, oh yeah, I love that movie. Maybe I'll go watch it. Oh, now I want to go and get my groove back. So what did I do? I gave suppliers that like Delta and AM Resorts that go to Jamaica. All right, what other kind of emails? Okay, what's your favorite holiday tradition? So here I talked about, what did I talk about? My favorite holiday card. I love sending out cards. I also typed a note. My travel highlights. I tell them about my travel highlights. I tell them what I did. And then I show them some holiday offers. So this would be around holiday time. Okay, and we also talk about another holiday tradition that my family does together on Christmas morning is choose a location to plan our annual family group trip. I wonder what we will choose this year. See the glaciers of Alaska, the beaches of Turks and Caicos, or perhaps a faith-based trip to the Holy Land. And then, of course, I have hot deals for all three of those things attached. Okay, so these, these I've done a while ago, so these are no longer available, but you will use what's available in the hot deals. All right, 3 tips for making memories at Thanksgiving. So I'll hold that up there for a second or two. Again, this is not very long. This is short. You can write this in the, but guess what? For those of you who don't write, let's see what I have for those of you who don't write. Back to school. Let me see. Need some adventure, some fun, things my kids say. Okay, so here's a great one. I'm not a writer, but I have kids. So I'm just going to keep notes of funny things my kids say. All right, so here's some funny things my kids say. And then I am going to post some kid-friendly Kids Sail Free, Carnival's Early Saver, every guest at the Royal Caribbean, Kids Sail Free. So, there we go. I didn't have to write anything. My kids wrote it for me. Faith-based. You can, if you sell faith-based, you can put a Bible verse and say, this spoke to me this morning. I would love to hear from you. What does this verse mean to you? Maybe I will post yours in the next issue. So now people are going to send you, now you're creating relationships with people, right? They're sending you what it means to them. And you're going to pick one that just makes your heart sing, and then you're going to feature them next time and say, this is what Della Stott wrote about that, here's what I said, here's the Bible verse I put, and this is what it meant to her. It just touched my heart, Della. Thank you so much for sharing. Here's this week's prompt. What does this Bible verse mean to you? And you can even send a $25 gift card, or you can send a $5 Amazon card, or whatever it is, so that they're incentivized to write back to you. And then of course you would have faith-based ETS, Globus, anything that has faith-based going on, you would attach that. All right, so those are some examples of newsletters for you, and you can go back and watch those. And you put it together in your back office, literally, you would get started. Get started. All right, you can create a title, you can put your personal message there, and then you check off hot deals. Now don't check off 20 because a confused mind doesn't buy. 3 at the most, okay? And then it's done. All right, let's see. Okay. In the back office, is there a way to build trips for people? Not yet. I'm not letting the cat out of the bag, but as far as putting together, you can build a trip for somebody in your back office, but they're still getting everything individually. Whereas if you work with one of your travel partners who put together the whole package, they'll give you a quote to put together for them. But it is coming. I can't tell you when, but it's coming. Okay. How do you go about doing quotes without making actual plans for whatever your clients want? I don't fully understand that question, Lashana. So you would not create a quote until you know what your client wants. So you're going to go to the dashboard. You're going to get your customer profile form, and you're going to talk to them about what they want, right? Now you can put together a supplier, if you know that they wrote on your bucket list post on social media that they wanted to go to Greece and there's a hot deal for Greece, you can say to them, hey, this hot deal is going on right now. Do you want me to put together a quote for you? And they could be like, wow, I had no idea I can go that inexpensively to Greece. Yes, please. I thought I was gonna have to wait until I retired. No? Okay. But you go to the customer information form and you fill out what they want. You kind of get an idea of their budget by saying, what hotels do you like to stay at? I like to stay at the Marriott. Oh, okay, love the Marriott. Why do you love it? Well, because it's in I like how I feel like I'm in a luxury hotel, but it's in my budget. Plus they have a restaurant there that's always good, and sometimes we get in at weird hours, so we like that they have that room service menu. And that's when you can tell them, okay, but just be aware, be advised that most hotels do not have room service right now because of the COVID situation. However, you are correct, they do have restaurants at Marriott which are open, and I can find out the hours for you before we were to book it. But the thing is that now that they've just said that they like luxury but not at a luxury price, you now kind of have an idea of their budget. If they talk about, well, because they take the kids, and the kids are young and they have a lot of energy and they run around screaming and nobody yells at us, okay, good. We're going to put them on a Carnival or Royal Caribbean or Disney, their NCL. Those are our lower budgets. So NCL feels like luxury. Disney is luxurious in its Disney way. Carnival is more of the fun party ship. It's not as luxury feeling, depending on, I mean, like I know that I think Carnival now has like a special like suite area, like a special area where it does feel luxurious. But in the meantime, that's what you would do in that situation. Okay. What can we put on social media? All right. Let's go to InteleJust's Facebook page. All right. Hi, this is me. La 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 la. That's me. I'm smiling at you right now. Okay. Let's see. So you can put it this or that. Are you a resort traveler or a cruiser? And people can answer questions. You can say, doing a train trip through a beautiful location like New Hampshire, Japan, or Alaska is on my bucket list. What's on yours? Put it in the comments below to be put into a drawing for a 2-day, 3-day, 2-night getaway, or $5 Starbucks card, or a $25 gift card. You decide what you want to put in there. Okay. You can show them movies and TV shows that involve travel. So Her Pen Pal, it's a Hallmark movie. There's one Like Father on Netflix, which the entire thing takes place on a Royal Caribbean cruise, and they show some of the highlights of the Royal Caribbean cruise. So you can suggest this to people so that they will watch it, and then they're going to want to go. You can use InteleTravel's blog. Okay, so InteleTravel has a blog. Let's go down here and find it. Okay, now that we have the new one. All right, so this is where our blog is. So let's go read now. And I'm trying to find my way to get to other blogs and how to, okay, so leisure travel. That's what I want. Okay, so I click on leisure travel. How much does a travel agent cost? How to plan a dog-friendly Florida vacation. So I can't use this picture, even though it looks just like Bodie, except he's missing some like white paws and a little bit of white frizzle on his head. Okay, but this looks like, I can't use this picture because InteleTravel paid for the rights. We are paying for the rights to use this picture. However, I can copy and paste absolutely everything that they wrote. Copy it, go to my Facebook page, post a picture of me with my dog, or you can go to, if you don't have a dog, unsplash.com and put in dog. And there we go, right there, a dog on the beach. You can give Oscar Sutton photo credit if you want, but you don't have to. You do not have to pay to use any of these pictures. This guy looks like, he looks like he's going bananas for a vacation. Is your dog going bananas to go on a vacation? And then you copy and paste what InteleTravel wrote. Let's find another one. When your dog is begging you to go on a vacation, and then copy and paste what InteleTravel wrote. So let's do that one, okay? So I am going to just use this as an example to show you, and you can copy it exactly as I do it. So I'm going to go back to Facebook, and I am going to do, is your dog begging you to go on vacation to Florida? And then I'm gonna go down. Oops, Florida should be capitalized. Oh, my dog is begging me to go on vacation. Where's your stick? Go get your stick. Look, get your stick. He's probably begging me to go out right now, but you can't do that right now, buddy. You gotta wait until I finish my webinar. All right, so we're gonna look for recents. Here's my cute screenshot. And do we get it? Let's see if it's there. Okay, there you go. Feel free to copy and paste. You can use this. All right, something else you can do on social media are reels. All right, you can do reels on travel. Here's me. And so, by the way, you can find me at Jessica Sitomer. And here's what I would love to teach you right now. So if you are nervous, if you're scared about reels, here's a reel. All right, I am doing ITA dance. It's very simple. Now what you're gonna do on your phone is you're gonna find this, okay? You're gonna find this reel on your phone. Let me go find mine so I can do it with you. Oops. Okay. And you will see that, where is it? Oh, at the top of the video right here, there are 3 dots. All right. Now here you can't do it, but if you do it on your phone, you will see in between some of these things, it will say remix this reel. You're going to hit remix this reel and you're going to see me on the left and you're going to hit record, that little record button, and you're going to do it alongside me. Okay, so you will do it alongside me. Okay, so let's cancel this. And then I want to show you, you're going to hashtag InteleTravel. You're going to hashtag travel advisors. It's one of Gentry. And there's Raya. These are and there's some of our fun agents having fun at Dreammaker. Hashtag travel agent, hashtag travel reel, hashtag travel the world, hashtag travel blog, hashtag travels, hashtag travel agent, addict, hashtag travel life, hashtag travel girl, hashtag travel guy, hashtag traveling through the world. I do hashtag where's Jess now and hashtag Jess and the city. You can create your own reels, your own hashtags, okay? But use 8 to 15 of them. I challenge you to remix this reel. Whoever remixes this reel, one of you is going to go into a drawing and win a 3-day, 2-night getaway. So what I want you to do is remix this reel. And again, if this went too fast for you, or if you want to do it immediately and you don't know how to remix a reel, remix on Instagram, and it will tell you right there how to remix it. So I'm going to challenge you all to remix that reel. Once again, this is the one to look for. It's how many down? And then I want you to come back here, and when you remix, I want you to put in the comments, remixed, and then put your name. Okay, so if you are at Travel Charlie. All right, so this way I can, just do that. Okay, and then I will know, and then I am going to choose somebody. I'm going to give you 48 hours. So if some of you are brand new to this, I will give you 48 hours to remix this reel, and make sure that you are hashtagging InteleTravel so that we can, we can make it go viral and see all the InteleTravel agents, and they're going to see how much fun you all are having, and they're going to be like, oh, we want to be a travel agent. Okay, so that is something else that you can post on social media. Oops, I just closed my Facebook page. Whoops. All right, let's reopen the Facebook page. Let's see, we have about 13 more minutes. Let's see what else. I went under the incentive link hoping to purchase. Okay, so the 2-day, 3-day certificates might be expired right now. Wait, the ones that you got were expired? You received expired ones? Okay, well then that definitely, so you went to, you emailed the supplier and didn't receive a response. Please email, Jill, please email customer service and put in the subject line, supplier problem, okay? And then if the customer service person you get cannot help you, you ask to speak to a manager. All right, and this goes for all of you. If you do not get satisfaction with the answer that the customer service person gave you, then you go to ask for a manager. If you guys can give me some grace, give me 5 seconds to put some food in a bowl for my puppy. he cannot wait the hour. So I'm going to keep talking because I think you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging with me while I feed my puppy. He's so happy. He thanks you all. Say thank you, Bodhi. Okay, and I'm back. Woo, that is how we work from home, y'all. That is how we work from home. All right, let's see. New to the business, don't know where to start. So I believe I went over that last week, last one, education, home, InteleTravel University. No, InteleTravel tutorial. Let's go to agent support webinars. Let's go to last week's. Which country, which is a free one? What's in? Okay, I work full-time job. How do you suggest I use my time? A tour through the guides and the tips for how they work the travel biz while working. Okay, that might not be it. It might be the one right before. Let's see. I'm restarting after 2 years. What should I do to get started? So this applies to somebody new, or this applies to somebody who's restarting. So go check that out. And if you have more questions, then keep coming back. But that will give you a great idea of how to get started. Okay. If I'm booking a group and have 5 or more rooms to book, who am I asking to get a group code? The supplier like Vacation Express or the hotel itself? I would always start with your preferred partners. Start with your preferred partners. If you need help with groups, some of them have group departments, and some of the BDMs want you to contact them directly. All right, so you can do that. And if you don't know how to contact them directly, go into your book travel and go to your preferred partners and click on that guide. And it will tell you exactly how. Juan wants to talk to you. So definitely talk to Juan. Whereas with Royal Caribbean, Lori is a little harder to get to, a little harder. I mean, if you've got a huge group, Lori is your woman. Like if you've got like 50 people, whatever, I mean, she is your girl. But if you want to, if you can't get a hold of Lori immediately, then they have their groups department. Is their groups department there? No, it's not in there, but just call reservations and ask for their groups department. Tell them that you're a travel agent and ask for their groups department, and they will help you out. Okay. This webinar does not count toward Dreammaker certificates. Only supplier webinars do. Let's see. So it's okay to tell a potential client that they are not being charged for our services and we're being paid by the supplier? Absolutely. Yeah, here's what you can even, if you want to go, if they're kind of suspicious, you can say to them, listen, commission is built into every sale. If you book through Expedia keeps that, and the board of directors get their profits. Okay, so you are giving the company Expedia profits. If you book a hotel directly, the hotel gets to keep that, and Marriott, they get to keep the profits. Okay, but if you book with me, your friend, your travel advisor, then that cruise line, that hotel, that rental car, they give that built-in commission to me. Okay, so that you can tell them that, you can explain it to them that simply. Say, listen, you are paying for it no matter what. It is built into every sale. The question is, who gets it? The corporation. And believe me, when I say corporation, those profits aren't going into the pockets of the house, the housekeeping or the waiters and bartenders. It is going to corporate profit. So, let them decide. Okay, let's see. Where do you find the incentives? Okay, you find the incentives in your back office under my agency. I was showing you that before, but let's give them a little look-see. All right. Okay, so here's your getaway. And you can view the virtual brochure, you can read the product Q&As, because listen, this is valued at $200, but they do have to put down the $50 refundable fee, just, so that they don't just not show up and the people didn't, people book the room and then they didn't show up. They need to have some skin in the game, but they will get that skin back. They are also responsible for taxes and resort fees. So if they come to Vegas, the taxes might be $7. If they go to Hilton Head, it might be $125. So granted, they're getting, 3 nights and 2 days in Hilton Head for $125 a day versus, $600 a day. So they might be up for that, but just make sure you know. All right, so read through product Q&As. I am also going to mention to Dana that there has been some issues with that. All right, Doggy, get down. We've got 5 minutes, puppy. You can hang in there for 5 minutes. All right. Let's see. I will be in a movie soon. Well, you go, Eric, and please shout it out to us. We want to be, that's something like you can put that on your page and then tag InteleJess so I can see, and then I can shout you out and say, hey, one of our travel advisors is in a movie. And everybody go watch it. I mean, I love to celebrate you guys. I love to celebrate you guys. The news article titles, that's just for you. They don't see that. Why aren't the titles capitalized? Because that's just for me to remember what they were. That's so we're going back to the client newsletters. Yeah, this is just so I remember which one this was. So it wasn't very, very, very official. All right, can we reuse our newsletters? You sure can. Just like I would definitely wait. I would definitely wait like at least 6 months. I would definitely wait at least 6 months. Maybe once a year. I used to do that. What I used to do is I used to send out my newsletter, and then a few weeks later, I would post it on my blog. So, and then a few weeks later, you can post it on social media. So you can find different ways to use, that content. Okay. Where can I learn about Uplift? All right, let's go back to our back office. Education, InteleTutorial library. Let's go browse by suppliers. I don't know if they're in alphabetical order. Here we go, Uplift. Click on it. Boom, there you go. All right. Is there a new lead program for agents? Yes, it is coming. All right. Where is the blog again? So that was, I had a little bit of trouble finding it. So let's just go back and retrace my steps. All right. I went to our InteleTravel.com and I found these. I know these are our blogs. So I clicked on this. Nope, that's not it. Where are our blogs? Here are our blogs. The Best Caribbean. These are the recent one. All right. This is leisure travel. So I clicked on leisure. All right. What's in the news? Let's see. In the news. Oh, so you can post these kind of things on social media. Let them know that your president was in the news. All right. Here are all different news places where we've been. These are things you can post on social media. It gives us more credibility. All right, media resources. This is all new. I didn't even know this was here. Look at me. Oh, this is more for the public if they want to get press interviews with us. So yeah, so InteleTravel blog. because they have business ones, they have ones just for you travel agents. So I'm trying to, so these are all the ones that are for you to use for people. For, let's see, so if we hit all posts, I think we would see, so the easiest way to plan a trip to New York City. I'm just trying to see where the ones that are specifically, because we used to have them broken down for business and for, oh my gosh, our time is up already? Well, listen, here we go. If I haven't answered your question, please go to Knowledge Base, all right? And check it out there. See if you can find your answer there. If you cannot find your answer in Knowledge Base, then go to Facebook and go to, let's see, the InteleTravel Agent Departure Lounge and use this little thingamajiggy. So if you want to say, I want to book to Dubai, put in Dubai. Did I spell it right? And just booked my first trip to Dubai. Great. If you have questions, maybe Karanda will help you. Here's a couple of people that booked to Dubai. Okay, so let's see some of my photos. And Kendra is one of our ambassadors, so you can just even ask her some questions. So look for questions there. I also want to point out that yesterday, Dana and I did a Facebook Live. You can find it under media, under videos, and this is Dana and I, and we are talking. This meeting is being live streamed. Got it. Let's mute me. We are talking about the state of the industry right now that travel is coming back. So if you missed it, I would watch it. It's not very long. We talk about what's going on in the airlines, the hotels, the crazy rental cars, and what's happening with our suppliers in general. All right, so thank you all for joining me. I will see you in 2 weeks. And practice some of those things that I shared with you today, so that if you have any questions, you can come back with those questions and say, hey, last time you talked about doing this, and I don't fully understand what that meant. So please go into more detail. All right, thank you for joining me, everyone. The more you learn, the more you earn. See you next time.